Hello and welcome to the channel. Nigerian activist Aisha Yesufu is on the news again, apparently calling on those asking the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi to call his supporters to order for, as usual, speaking out against the pastor of the Covenant Nation, Poju Oyemade, who had in turn spoken on the need for all aggrieved candidates to accept the 2023 presidential elections. Details coming up. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. What is this nonsense, guilt-tripping, and emotional blackmail? Yesufu carpets those calling for Peter Obi's intervention. Popular Nigerian activist Aisha Yesufu has berated those asking the former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, to call Nigerians bashing the senior pastor and founder of the Covenant Nation, Poju Oyemade, to order. Nigerian News recalls that Pastor Poju had come under heavy backlash after asking Nigerians to accept the outcome of the 2023 presidential election. Speaking on the situation via a series of posts on Twitter, Yesufu berated those asking Peter Obi to call Nigerians to order over the backlash. She argued that Obi does not own anyone and has no authority to call anyone to order. Yesufu insisted that those asking the Labour Party flag bearer to do so were trying to emotionally blackmail him. She noted that the election is not about Obi, adding that Nigerians would not hesitate to criticize him if he asked them to move on from the electoral exercise. According to her, Peter Obi does not own anyone and have never, to my knowledge, claimed to do so. What is the nonsense, guilt-tripping, and emotional blackmail of always calling him when people abuse the sensibilities of citizens and citizens react? Nigerians are so used to slavish mentality and cannot imagine citizens having minds of their own. Imagine saying Peter Obi should call people to order over Pastor Poju, as in, he should call to order citizens with minds of their own because he is their slave master. If Peter Gregory Obi tells citizens that they should move on from the 2023 election that was clearly rigged, citizens who went to vote at the risk of being killed and had their votes changed will criticize him. This election is not about Peter Obi. It is about Nigeria. People who are invested in the 2023 election, they saw their votes tampered with, and that made it personal. Without high rev, it would have been business as usual. Recall that the senior pastor and founder of the Covenant Nation, Pastor Poju Oyemade, has come under heavy criticism online over a controversial tweet asking Nigerians to move with the outcome of the 2023 election that produced Bola Tinubu as president. Nigerian News reports that the clergy, in a post shared on Twitter, linked the 2023 presidential election to a football competition, stressing that winning is the priority irrespective of the players involved. He tweeted, "For everyone who loves Nigeria, you want the country to win regardless of who is playing. Just like you want your favorite team to win the trophy, even if the coach didn't field your preferred players. When your team scores, you are happy. Let's stay focused. It is all about the country winning." However, many netizens slammed Poju over the post, and he did not hesitate to block such users from his timeline. Conmidre wrote, "Pastor Poju Oyemade is blocking people because they are calling out a sermon which encourages believers to accept corruption or manipulation and move on like nothing happened. This is not the same pastor I encouraged others to listen to. I thought the goal was heaven. Bola Tinubu has corrupted so many people." Harmless 12345 said, "Pastor Poju, please be careful. You are now going against the script and directives from our WhatsApp headquarters. The plan is to gaslight and deceive them with your negative pressure. Blocking them would only reveal our intentions. Please, our admin is not happy with how you are treading." Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Mimi Kanula wrote, "Pastor Poju, give your life to Christ. Stop deceiving your members. It is not too late to turn to Christ." Ostrosteen wrote, Christ didn't die so vain men of God like Pastor Poju can't mount the pulpit. The church in Nigeria is making a mockery of Christianity. Ninja Flags wrote, Can we help Pastor Poju understand that Baath's rise to power involved destruction, theft, and loss of lives? Is this aligned with the Lord's teachings? Even to this day, many believers struggle to forgive Satan due to his malevolent actions. Alonika wrote, Pastor Poju blocked numerous of his church members for disagreeing with his mischievous tweets. Franeb wrote, You can block me all you want, Pastor Poju, but this is just like you encouraging wuru-wuru to the answer for your child, regardless of how they get the results, as long as they are progressing. This is a very shameful statement from a supposed man of God. Azange Peter wrote, Pastor Poju Oyemade does not see anything wrong in illegality. He believes in winning by all means and damning the consequences. He wants Nigerians to celebrate the victory of our team, regardless of who is playing, even if Nigeria fields ineligible players from Guinea. It would also interest you to know that the senior pastor of the Covenant Christian Center, Poju Oyemade, has caused an uproar on Twitter after he blocked a lady who called him out for using football analysis to urge Nigerians to move on from the 2023 presidential election. While reacting to the pastor Oyemade's position, Totti Mercy, in a series of tweets, challenged the preacher's analogy of a football team in defining patriotism. Though I'm not big on football, I know that in football all team members are trained equally, she said. At any point, any player can't be substituted, and the team still coasts to victory. Their fans celebrate whether their favorite is featured or not. Now let's compare it to this scenario, she said. Two football teams were said to have a match. One team believed in their past prowess and rascality. The other team built up from nothing and worked so hard in training for this match. This diligent team played and won the match, but in our very eyes, the umpire announced the other team, she added, questioning the rationality of the clergy's analogy. At Totti, Messi in another tweet queried, So you mean as a football lover, we should pretend that injustice has not been done and move on? What if FIFA announced France as the World Cup winner instead of Argentina? The world will move on like nothing happened. Enough of the comparison with football. Let me bring us back to reality. Concluding her thoughts, she noted that as regards your illustrations about teams, this is no team business. This is a fight between good and evil, truth and lies, darkness and light. Unless you want us to believe we can mix up good and bad and celebrate bad when it favors us. That being said, let us let the court decide the true winners of the football match. And even if they let evil triumph, we will not be swayed because no matter how long the night lasts, the day will break. Evil is evil, even if it is adorned with royal apparel. Nigeria is not a football field, sir, she added. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.